We haven't gotten to the state of humanity. Note. The state of humanity is perfection. Where you have zero negative thought about your brother. All you seek is the welfare of your fellow human being. For me, I keep saying, had it not been that I married early, started making certain property for this thing, this my campaign I'm doing, maybe I would not have been married. Because when I got my mind evolved, I get to realize, I don't know, the things we're fighting for, the material things, were meaningless. We should have been fighting for humanity. We should have been fighting for ourselves and for posterity. That's the most important thing. Not to be the most richest in my community. Not to be the most mightiest in my community. No. Because no matter how smart I am not better than the person that I think is not smart. No matter how rich I am not better than the other person. Because without them, I am nothing. But this knowledge is missing in our education system. You see, so the education system itself has a role to play.
That is what I wanted to talk to you about. We will come to that, but please continue with the points, the steps we need to
so
take.
I mentioned about two important things.
Knowledge, and then
the knowledge, and then the change of mindset. The change of mindset to reason outside the box and know that, look, knowledge is out there. They've made a lot of people believe that, you see, it's like, let me mention these drinks: Fanta, Coke, beer, Guinness. Put them together. Guinness in a Guinness bottle thinks that is the only drink in the whole world. Fanta in a Fanta bottle thinks that is the only drink in the whole world. Until they open it and you come and say, hey, no, Guinness is also there. This is how they have made the entire world. This is how they have made the entire world. This is how they have made the entire world. People believe that there is no knowledge anywhere apart from the one that they have been programmed with.
Okay.
People need to understand that, look, knowledge is huge. Knowledge is out there. And when we seek, we will find. I am beginning to have a dry throat, so viewers, let Ghana sip some water, and then Ghana will continue. It's also part of it, right?
Very important.
Water, they say, is life.
Yes.
But too much of everything is bad.
It's bad.
So it's all about moderation.
Yes.
So, people need to understand that, look, knowledge is out there. Whatever we've been programmed with, that is what we know. But there are others who also have other things. Let's listen to ourselves. Let's judge up. You see, when we talk about, and then my next point will be unity. The need to embrace unity. People don't understand unity. When we see unity, togetherness, unity is not about everybody becoming like Ghana man. That's not unity. Unity is not like, unity is accepting our differences. This is how I am. That is who you are. That is who she is. We are different, but we have a common goal. That common goal is what? Every day we need to eat. Every day, whether you have money or not, you must eat.
Yeah.
You must sleep in a comfortable apartment. You must travel on a good road. You must visit the clinic when you are sick. These are the collective needs. That has nothing to do with my philosophy or ideology, being religious or political. We have a common goal. So unity is coming together with our differences to achieve a common goal.
Okay.
So once we embrace these things, my brother, everything will be smooth. So to take humanity or to embrace humanity, the only step that is needed is knowledge, the knowledge of humanity. And this is the knowledge that people don't have. And that is the center of my message. Going out there to let people understand what it means to be called human, to understand the humanity message. Once people understand this message, I said we can change things by the twinkle of an eye. As we sit now, the gap between us and others is huge. It's as if we can never bridge it, but all we need is a change of mindset.
Us and who?
Between us and the Europeans, the Western world. People want to call them the white, because I don't want to use those white and black, so I call them between us and them, the Europeans. It seems to be very wide between them and Africans.
They are more humane. They are more.
Oh no! They also have issues pertaining humanity. They are also not there. They are also not there.
Okay.
The only thing they got right is they discovered the mind, the power of the mind, and they prioritize scientific knowledge over religious knowledge. Once upon a time, they were also religious, highly religious. They built the biggest auditorium that now they are turning to cinemas and other things. I thought they brought the thing. But when they involve mentally and they realize that, hey, Charlie, God will not do for us what we need to do for ourselves, they begin to reason and put systems in place.
Okay, so the next point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the steps.
No, I'm done with it.
Okay.
I'm done with it. And I'm saying it is centered on the knowledge of humanity.
Okay.
And change of mindset. That's all. Once this two is being done with, the rest will follow. Yeah.
What do you tell the kids? Because
Kids,
as for
one.
kids, you need to break it down a little bit more, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
One, to introduce the word patriotism to them. The word patriotism to them. To pronounce it and explain it to them. And then tell them story about the ant hill, because I'm promoting, that's what we see here. If time permits me, I will talk about all the symbols that you see here. The message that I carry is that's what I'm holding on this, so I don't go anywhere without this stuff.
Okay.
I tell the children the story of the termite, that as little as the termite is, and most of them have also seen termite before, or probably chance on the hills before. If they have not, I'll pick a stone, a little one, and show to them this is how little they are. They put themselves together and they build magnificent hills. So children, it's better to say we than I. So say it after me. We is a we. Beautiful. There's strength in we. So teaching the children positive words like we than the word I, because it takes we, unity, teamwork, and determination. So I explain these things to children, and I help them understand the subject matter of humanity, and also tell them that they shouldn't fight among themselves on tribal issue. When your brother is an Ewe or Gan, or it doesn't spoil anything, that's the beauty of it. Embrace yourself, put yourself together. And I also tell them, have a beautiful dream about this country, Ghana. The country is in your hands. You are going to make it better. Be proud of yourself. Put yourself together like a termite, and be confident and be bold, and you can build a nation. Then together we sing, arise, Ghana youth, for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold her and make her great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building a motherland. Once these children understand this concept, the future is great. So I built a site in Kaswa where I lived. I called it the first anthill site. And I built the biggest black star. Yes. And this is how it is. Yeah. That's the anthill. And I built a black star around it. Yeah. Sadly, human beings have gone to pour what they call DDT in the hill. So they've killed the...
Intentionally?
Intentionally. These are the people we live with. Intentionally. But the star is still there. You see, I gather children there on Sundays and I teach them this. Beautiful. And I did this from my own, money. Money that I was supposed to use also to take care of my children. This is what I used to build for children. And somebody came and poured that thing in. But I've not given up on the site. And the vision of that site is to build that site across the country.
Did you build the anthill?
No, the anthill was there.
It was there, and then
it was built there. And the day I had a vision.
Okay.
When I was going to buy the Rego Green, then I saw the hill in the bush.
Oh, okay.
So I went to the chiefs of my community, and I narrated a dream that I had to them. That I had a dream about this thing, and lo and behold, the thing is in the community. So can you give me the portion of the place to demonstrate what I saw in the vision? And it sounds good to them, so they gave me the piece of land.
Okay.
And I built it. I spent almost about 40,000 on that small place.
Yeah.
And I gather children there on Sunday, and I teach them patriotism, and then teach them the concept of pilolo. You know, when we are growing, that pilolo sport, this is what it stands for. That's the I here stand for that pilolo. It means that let's search. It's about searching, discovery, and adding value. We have a lot of things in this country we call ours, Ghana. A lot of things. Nobody should be in this country and be poor. Citizens of this country shouldn't travel anywhere that they are going to look for greener pastures. We have a lot. If you want to take cassava alone, Cassava, we can get gari, yake, we can get agberimo, we can, now I even hear they produce beer from cassava. Cassava alone, a lot of things. Talk about the maize, the millet, the soya beans, the peanut, a lot you can't finish mentioning.
Yeah.
All we need is to search, discover, add value. So this eye is connected with the brain. That's the eye. Let's search and add value. When we search, we discover. And when we discover, let's stop importing the raw material. Let's add value. Let's add value. So I teach these things to children. But the most important thing is to introduce the children to the word patriotism and the true understanding of patriotism. That is the target. And once the children get it, and children are also attracted to colors.
Yeah.
And so when they see you in the red, gold, green, like I wanted to tell you about the church that was last Sunday, and a child walked from the back seat, walked straight to me and came and said, I like you.
Wow.
Just last Sunday. And I said, I like you. I love you too. And I carried him. I took pictures of him. I'm yet to publish the story.
Okay.
And it's this, everywhere I go, I've been attracted to kids. And I know this message is for the next generation. It's not for this generation. And for this generation, probably the message even is annoying some of them. it's annoying some of them. But I just say that it's normal. You see, the reason why it's normal is that, let me again use the figure Jesus Christ as an example. The Bible says there was a time they placed Jesus there.
There they go. You are always quoting from the Bible, yet you don't want to believe it.
Oh, it is because I have my background. You see, I came from that background. And so probably when he said that is that people understand better.
You see, this let me tell you, this
tell
humanity thing you are preaching and all that.
Yeah.
These are, concepts deeply embedded in Christianity that you are rejecting.
Let me tell you something. Humanity. Let me tell you something. No.
It was used to train you, and it gave you the foundation to develop all these things you have.
You see, humanity is in all religion, not only Christianity. And an aspect of humanity is in all religion. Okay. But the problem with it is this. Humanity goes beyond your religion. Once I want you to be part of my religion before I accept you, then there is a question mark on your religion, on your humanity. Humanity, nothing should come between.
You see, you are still talking about Jesus and all these things. All these things you are preaching, that is, Jesus stands for all those things.
No. Jesus didn't start. If Jesus did start,
it's the religions.
If Jesus did indeed,
it's the establishment.
If Jesus indeed stood for humanity,
concept
he would have
Christianity
said,
and the concepts Jesus
the figure Jesus did not represent humanity entirely. If he did, he would have said that people should automatically accept him to be counted. Come to me, I am the way, the truth. He's not the way. Who are you to be the way? The world has been in existence long before you came. Who are you to say you are the way?
It's something you don't understand.
Not that I don't understand. You don't need Jesus to become human. You don't need Muhammad to become human. You are human. You don't need any Jesus. You don't need Muhammad. You don't need whatever. You don't need them. You are a human being. But the moment I begin to tell you that you need patriotism to be counted human, then there's a problem with what I'm preaching. You don't need patriotism to be human. You are a human being. But if you really want to progress together collectively, then we need patriotism so that collectively we can enjoy in this life before we die, because whether we like it or not, we'll die. And funny enough, there's no life after death.
You spend some time. Take Christianity out of Jesus. Take Christianity out of the Bible. I'm sure you come to the conclusion I'm giving you, that Jesus is the fundament of all these things you are preaching.
No,
you become Jesus' best friend.
Oh, no.
Jesus will become your best friend.
No, I don't want him to become my best friend because Jesus is limited to Christians, so I don't want him to become my best friend. I want human being. I want you to become my best friend. Because as I'm here now, you see, I wanted to take water. It was you who gave me water. Jesus didn't give me water. So why should I love Jesus more than I love you more than Jesus? That's just by the way. And that's the humanity concept.
Yes.
We are supposed to embrace ourselves. So like I wanted to say something. That's why I brought in the name Jesus. That somewhere in the Bible said, they placed Jesus here, they placed Barnabas here. And they asked the people, this is Jesus your king. This is Barnabas. Which one will you choose? They said, we want Jesus. Let's crucify him. Oh, but this is your king, oh. So let's crucify him. But today, look at the normal people that are following Jesus. who have not even seen him, according to the story. Look at the number of people that are following Muhammad now. When you study about his history, say, I think he started with his wife and then child or so. If he should come back to life and you see the number of people that travel to Mecca on a yearly basis, more say, hey, so this message, people will embrace it and are suffer like that.
Oh, you realize anyway.
If Jesus will come today and you see people riding Jaguar, people traveling in their private jet because
as
of
for
his
Christianity, nobody will beat me up.
Come again.
So I'll say it for Christianity.
For Christianity.
Realize
but
the whole thing has changed.
Why are you afraid that when I talk about the Islam, you say nobody will be? What makes you think that? You see, we have that perception, but Christians are also the same.
Perception.
It's a
no,
perception.
Christians are not like that.
Christians are like that as well.
Nobody will beat you.
Oh, go and see how people. You see,
go
and see how they are more treating people who reject.
They will only argue with you. That is all.
No, it goes beyond argument. People even reject their children. If you have to go to that church, that particular church. You see, it happens in Christianity. Why do you want to tag this thing to Muslims every day? No. Religion entirely. See, people are such a way that once they are offering you something you want to reject, they become aggressive. And that's what we need to change, because as we evolve mentally. Let's have this mindset that this universe, okay, is a force on its own with different fragments. The fragments are many. There are some we have discovered, some are yet to be discovered. So even the things that we hear, the things that we read, new ones will come. Let's embrace it. Let's reason to see if it makes sense.
Yeah.
If it makes sense and it will help us, let's embrace it. But because it's not from me, or because the one who is saying it is not from, has the same skin like me, it's not from the other place. So we want to, but the thing will help us. Okay? We have prayed for so many years. Now let's embrace patriotism. Let's embrace humanity. Let's understand these two concepts. All our challenges will be solved. By the twinkle of an eye, all our challenges will be solved.
Okay. So can you continue explaining the staff?
Okay, this is a patriotic staff. This is a patriotic staff. What you see here is anthill concept.
Those are the things you teach the kids.
These are the things I teach the kids, and I teach Ghanaians.
And even adults. Yes,
once I walk around.
Yeah.
This is anthill. It stands for the anthill concept, which is unity, teamwork, and determination. These three values propel the little termites to achieve the success of building these hills that are, you can call them the skyscrapers. You see them around. And if we are to embrace this concept as a nation, then it will help us a lot. So this stands for the anthill concept, which is unity, teamwork, and determination. United, because a little termite, one single termite cannot do this. They have to be united to do this. And they work as a team. And so to avoid the word I, let's embrace we. A lot of people are afraid of the word we. So they prefer I. Me, dia. But it's for us. Yeah. This is what we use to build nation. This is what they use to build this hill. Then they are determined. Determination in the sense that, you see, all the weathers does not favor them at all. In the process of building, when it rains, it washes down the hills. But when it stops, the second day or the third day, when they go, they will build back again. Human beings even interrupt. Some people deliberately break it. Some people to use this for artwork. They use the clay for artwork.
Yeah.
Some also because of rodent. You know, sometimes they have some holes, rodent. They in search of kusie rodent, they break it. But amidst all these challenges, they don't give up. They push. And when you are traveling, funny enough, you see them by the roadside. Nature is teaching us, but we are so busy in search for money that we don't see it. Anytime you are traveling, just watch the roadside. You will see an anthill by the roadside before you get to wherever you are going.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a long journey. Watch by the roadside, and they are huge. And let me tell you one thing about this hill. The population of a termite in a mature hill, they are more than our population. They are more than 30 million. But they all live in that hill. You won't go to the site and see a single termite outside. They are all in. So this concept can help even our housing project, how we can house ourselves. But it's funny enough, human beings, I live in an apartment, but somebody, because he's not a hardworking, maybe he's not as smart as myself, he's sleeping outside. Why must he be so? We can use this concept to change a lot of things. So that's the anthill concept. Unity, teamwork, and determination towards national development, continental, and universal advancement. When we move from here, we come to this eye. It's with the African map inside. It's the Pilolo concept. And this around here is a brain. Eye in the brain. It's a combination between the eye and the brain. Once it's about searching, discovery, and adding value. Let's go into research. We have a lot of things. Let's pay attention to research. And once we research, we discover, we add value. These are the things that we can use to build a nation. These are the things that we can use to help the youth who are crying that there's no job. So that's the Pilolo concept. And this flag, that's the most important flag. We are being encouraged to hail this red, gold, and green with the black embodied in the gold. That's the most important flag. Now, it's funny, other tribes are also developing that flag now. And they hold that flag highly esteemed, even more than the Ghana flag. Gone were the days where you go to any institution, especially schools, that you see the flagpole. And then when they sing the national anthem, my brother, you feel that goosebump. And then somebody will be raising the flag. Now, all that tradition is dead. You go to a lot of schools, they don't even have the flagpole there. Some even have it, the flag is torn. It's sad. We must hail this flag, the most important flag. To hell with our tribal flags. To hell with our political flag. To hell with other flags. The most important flag, once you are a Ghanaian, is this flag. And it unites us.
Don't you think they can still have their flags and still uphold this one?
No problem. If they can have it and uphold this one, Kanama has no problem. But when that one becomes more important than this one, then there's a problem. Because this one unites us all. This one tells us that yes, you are an Ewe, you are a Fanti, you are Gan, you are Ashanti, but we are all one. That's what this one is communicating. You get it? So if they can hold on to whatever and know that we are one, no problem. But when man thinks that Charlie is better than the Ashanti man thinks that is better than the Ewe one, the Gan man thinks that is better. No. Once we hold this one, nobody is better. We are all the same. That's what this flag stands for. And so when we put this concept together, then we can build a better nation, which is Ghana. And then whilst we are putting this concept together, we can also build a better universe. This one is Akuma. That's love. That's love. Let's love. Love is the most important thing. Akuma.
Okay.
This one is Akubeng. These are Dinkra symbols.
Yeah.
This one is Akubeng. Akubeng, the readiness, is a war horn. In the olden days, you know, war has been part of humans. From the primitive era till now, we are still warring. And when you hear the horn, not today that they can do an announcement on radio, gone were those days, they use the war horn. Once you hear it, excuse me, even if you are a man, you are on top of your wife, you have to get up. That means actually, you are being called to stand for your nation.
Yeah.
So when patriotism calls you, no excuse. You have to rise for your country. When patriotism calls me, I walk from here to Kumasi. I wasn't thinking about my family. I know that when the nation becomes better, the future of my children will be free. So even though I have 6 children, I walk from here to Kumasi 7 days. I suffered a lot, but I've been called by my nation to serve my country. This one made down also damn interdependency made down also damn. This is, you see, our forefathers were so much intelligent. This one is controversial. It's very controversial.
That is why I wanted to.
I know this is where you want to come because I have amended this particular Adinkra symbol.
Turn it a little bit so that it will show.
I have Ghanaman have amended.
That's the Jinyame.
Oh wait, you are calling this one. This is Jinipa.
This is my own sport thing. So.
This our forefathers got it right. They got the symbol right, but the interpretation was wrong. It is G Nipa. Let me tell you something. You see,
so you are wiser than the old people.
Oh, not about wiser than the old people. Nobody's wiser than. Knowledge is huge.
Oh,
it comes bit by bit. I've evolved. Thank you. That's the word. I've evolved. It's Jinipa. In the absence of humanity, everything is meaningless. It's Jinipa, not Jinyame. Look at it. Look at the symbol very well. It can be divided into 2. Look at this upper one. Look at this one. This one is the female. This one is the male.
A bit.
The combination of female and male to build the universe. The importance that these 2 roles. You see, the man is not above the woman is not above the man. They are all the same. Why this one is the top? When you look at these 2 not here, they represent the breast of the woman. This one represents the testicle of the man. So this is the male. This is the female.
A bit,
This is the male. This is the female. This is the male. I place the female up. I use the up one as a female because, in fact, women are the majority. Even in animal and in humans, they are the majority. Just that men have done kakashia. We've made the world as if it's for us. The world actually is for, among humans, is for women. They are the majority. Without them, we cannot move. We are interdependent, but they carry a lot. It's not by mistake our predecessors named the earth motherland. Motherland. This is fatherland, motherland. So the women are top, and this is the man. So I am Ghana man. The day I publish this on Facebook, come and see insult, but I've gone beyond insult. People, but this is it. It's G Nipa, not Jinyama. Because unless we act, nothing will happen. Unless human beings act, nothing can change. And so if you tell me, but it's popularly known as Jinyami. Popularly known as, and this is the most popular Adinkra symbol. Popularly known as Jinyami. It is Ghana man as an atheist who is amending this particular one for my fellow atheists. You can use, don't run away from this symbol. My fellow atheists watching me, don't run away from this symbol because they say it's Jinyami. Ghana man have amended it for you. It's Jinipa. It's Jinipa. And they know, even those who believe in the Jinapi know that unless human beings intervene, nothing happens. In all our challenges, unless we create the thing, nothing will happen. God has never created anything for us, so we create it for ourselves. So this one is G Nipa. So my brother, if you ask me, this is a symbol that I carry. This is the message that I carry across. The most important is patriotism centered on humanity. So once I hold this stick and you ask me to walk from here to Bolga, I'll go and come, and I'm ready to die for the next generation.
So when you walk, what do you do?
I talk to people on the way.
Oh, okay.
I interact with people.
Like a preacher.
Group. Thank you. So let me take you through when we're going to Kumasi. We started from Osu. We're walking down the street to Nsawam. Nsawam was our first stop. So we walked from Osu to Nsawam. It took us the whole day. Interacting with people. People who sell by the roadside. People who carry. Sometimes we branch to schools, organizations. And then when we got to Nsawam, we held a campaign at the station, talked to the people, and then we slept at Nsawam. The following day, we took off from Nsawam to Enyinim. No, from Nsawam to Suhum. It was a shortest. The similar thing activity. Then from Suhum to Enyinim. Enyinim to Nkoko. Nkoko to Konongo. Konongo to Ejusu. Ejusu to Menshia. So that's how the day went. And we are interacting with people, talking to people, and talking to the chiefs, the opinion leaders, and they bought into the message. They bought into the message. And I've not even shared the footages. They are all there. Because what happened was that when I had a dream, as a matter of fact, I was like, I have not seen the things that I saw in the dream myself. I've not seen them before. So what I decided to do was that, let me do a feasibility study. So for the past 8 years, I did a feasibility study with my own resources to see the sense in what I saw in my dream. To tell people that I slept and I saw this, that is a solution. What do you think? So I go to everywhere I'm called. But I have not seen anybody who reject this message. So now I am confident that that is the way. So henceforth, this is what I'm about to do. I'm now going to send a proposal to government, to corporate bodies, and then go into partnership with government or with the NCCE, so that we embark on what I call the patriotism crusade, nationwide patriotism crusade, where we mount platform just like the way religious people do, but we talk about patriotism, we talk about humanity, we talk about communal labor, which is missing. Now you call people for communal labor, nobody want to attend. The only thing Ghanaians show interest in when they say MPP people will come in, NDC people come in, that's where they will share money. But come and let's build our toilet. Come, people will not come. Come and let's take care of our environment. People will not come.
Haven't we gone beyond that? Shouldn't we rather be paying our taxes and order for those things to work? People to get jobs
beautiful.
instead of please, I'm coming though. Instead of all of us having to go and read the
road.
Yes, we are working on our jobs, we are paying our taxes, and somebody is employed. That
is the message. That is how it's supposed to be. But once we have not gotten, or we have gotten there, but once we have deliberately refused to do it, and the thing is still is there facing us. And this 21st century, people are still defecating in the bush. Those who are supposed to do it, that we have put there, are not doing it. So let's still come together and build those facilities so that people stop defecating in the bush. You get it? But for where I stand, I believe that once we pay our taxes, we don't even. There is money. I don't want to believe a nation does not have money.
Yeah.
There is a lot of money. They can and do everything. But and
also the informal sector. I think we need to talk to them and to also pay their taxes.
Beautiful. This is very important. That's what the campaign is going to do. The nationwide patriotism campaign. The informal sector, whatever, people must pay.
I think you need to be a minister, or they need to give you a ministry.
Okay, the campaign and ministry, not me as a
curricula.
Oh yes, of course. Then we were pushing to that angle where we design a curriculum for patriotism and humanity. Yes. We will get to that. That's
Instead
why I say
only moral education or something.
Yeah, religious and moral
education. They have removed religious education.
No, religious and moral education. It's combined.
It should be moral education and patriotism, or maybe all those things will come under
patriotism. The subject of patriotism, very important. That is the vision, and that is what we'll be pushing it to. And so, this 8 years that I've done is a feasibility study, and I've spent a lot. It has brought me low, but I take delight in it. Now that I need people like you and all others who really care for this nation, let's come together. Let's go to our people. And funny enough, let me tell you something. When you go to the people we blame, they are leaders. When you go to them, they are also blaming us.
Yes.
The down is blaming
the top.
They
came from us.
The top is blaming. That's why I say they came from us.
Yeah.
So so I don't blame the leaders. I blame myself. I have a role to play.
Yeah.
For me, I say Ganama, I'm part of the problem. That is why I am sacrificing myself to contribute to the solution. And this is what I will do for the rest of my life. I keep saying,
do you get airtime on radio? I think you should be on every radio station.
Yeah, this is the time that I'm going to make that arrangement. Like I said, over the years, I'm already doing feasibility study. Yeah. Now I'm done with my feasibility study.
You need airtime on UTV and all the big stations.
And I'm sure when I go to them, they won't say no. Yeah. I'm sure they won't say no. Most of them broadcast my work and my activities. Let me say thank you to TV3, GTV, Pan-African TV, TV Africa, Ghana Times. They all did so well. And a lot of the radio stations, they did so well. And this is the time that I'm coming to them with proposal to get involved so that we do the nationwide patriotism process. And I know they won't say no, because we are all looking for solution. So that one I'm sure. Yeah. For all this while, I have not gone to anybody seeking for sponsorship. I have not gone, not that the people have refused. Yes, it would have been nice that people would say, oh, why is this guy working? Let's call him. None. But I have not personally gone to any institution. The only institution I've gone to is the Ghana Police, and they have been behind me for the past 8 years. Everywhere that I go, they have been behind me. So nice. I have that belief that when we send the proposal to government, government will see the sense in it and will collaborate with the NCC. We don't want to work like boss to come out working. No. The institution of NCC is their job. Oh.
Yeah.
NCC, it is their job. It is their job.
Yes.
But sometimes they don't even have the necessary tools to work. So what we want to do is I want to go and partner with NCC, and with this energy, we'll ginger the nation.
I see one thing. They emphasize on the patriotism aspect, leaving out the humanity aspect. You are emphasizing it. So I think if maybe you team up with them, and if some people won't make themselves big men.
Oh, they will, but will penetrate.
Then I'm sure they can bring in your ideas, the concepts you have in order to make it more full.
Yeah. And we are hoping we are hoping that once we take the step, they will definitely buy into it, and we'll put ourselves together and work. For that one, I have so much confidence. I have not submitted a proposal, but now we are almost done. We are almost done, and myself and my team will present the proposal to Parliament, and then we'll send a proposal to all the media houses to have airtime and talk about this patriotism message and humanity message. And I know, I'm so much confident that they will all embrace it, and together we will do it. Together we will do it.
Yeah.
I'm so sure, and we look forward for that bright day when Ghana will be liberated, and the citizens of Ghana will be proud, and will put aside our tribal differences, political differences, and religious differences, and hold hands together and uphold this good name of Ghana that we call ours, and build a very beautiful nation that we can call ours. Yeah. Whether we like it or not, 50 years to come, Ghana will not be alive. You will not be alive. We will all be wiped away by death. 50 years to come, a new crop of generations are coming. And what are we to do? We are supposed to prepare a foundation, a solid foundation for them, so that they'll be proud of themselves. Africa is being tagged.
Can we continue? Looks like your people is signaling. Should we continue?
Let's go.
I wanted us to do the religion part.
Let's go.
As well.
Let's go.
Okay, so please continue.
All right. Like I was saying, Africa is being tagged as a poor continent, not because the continent is poor, not because the citizens are poor. It is because we have a poor system. And so once we revive the knowledge of patriotism, the essence of patriotism, and we build strong systems, that poverty tag will be lifted out, and we'll be proud as Africans. The youth will not be traveling on the Mediterranean Sea in search of greener pastures and will be dying anyhow. And it is very sad that Africans remain the only people that are not respected anywhere across the globe. Even in our own continent, there's no respect. But when we embrace the subject matter of patriotism centered on humanity, we'll place dignity on ourselves. The moment we place dignity on ourselves, others will automatically respect us. Yeah. But because we don't respect ourselves, we've made ourselves the laughing stock. That's why they are treating us the way they are treating. So I don't blame others when they mistreat us. So I blame ourselves for not treating ourselves well.
Yes, and when you make yourself attractive, people will find you attractive.
Thank you. So that's all we need to do. Let's make ourselves attractive.
But why don't you believe in God?
Well, my brother, it's a very good question. The reason why I don't believe in God. Must I believe in God or has to know God? Must I believe in God or I'm supposed to know God? That's the first question. The word to believe in God, to me, does not even make sense to me. But let me go this way. I used to believe in God until 8 years ago when I said goodbye to religion.
Why?
Because of the dream that I had when I understood the concept of humanity. And I got to realize that in the absence of humanity, everything is meaningless. When I got mentally involved to understand the universe better, not from the angle that I was raised with, but from my good sense of reasoning, that I got to know that, so the thing is about us. We make the difference. Even the name God, we brought it. Even the discovery about the knowledge, we set it up. Not like some old man somewhere told us that I am here. No.
Nobody said God is an old man.
Oh no, I am.
Do you have that concept?
No, I am
about God.
No, I don't have that concept about God. But the whole concept about God is that He's a supreme being. When you say God, it's a supreme being. When you say somebody is a being,
or a supreme entity,
or whatever it is, that we have even affiliate what do you call it, a gender to Him, that is He is God. He's all knowing. He's all powerful. And all these things are based on assumption. There's nothing bad.
So you don't believe there is any creator?
No, there's no any creator anywhere.
So how did the world come into
Thank you.
being?
Even to say the world came to being does not even make sense. The world has always been. The whole universe you see. So? Yeah, the whole universe you see is a force on its own. It has no beginning. It has no end. A force that has many, many fragments. Sometimes human beings think themselves out of the universe as if we are not part. We are part of the universe. We are a fragment of the universe. And so this universe is a whole with different fragments coming together to make the universe. None of the fragment is superior over the other. So, one, human beings don't need to pay affiliation to any fragment, be it God or whatever it is, because it does not exist. We are a fragment.
What of Abosom and
they are all they are all part of the assumptions.
Assumptions.
They are all part of the assumptions. In the absence of humanity, everything is meaningless. In my last interview that I did with Paran Mock News, Paran from Nigeria, I showed people how to kill a god. I said the best and the easiest way to kill a god is those who believed in God should put that belief aside. God is dead. But as much as you keep saying there is God, he's there for you. Let all those who believe there is God put it aside and see God is dead. In the absence of humanity, everything is meaningless. We are the saviors of ourselves. There's no savior outside humanity. So that is why I don't believe in God. God does not exist.
What of, you know about Abosom, Akonfo and all those things?
My grandmother was a fetish priest who brought me up.
Amotia, it's me befa obi dene kotenen room
my brother,
for 3 years. All these they're able to heal the sick.
All these things are
all these things
are fairy tales. If you're able to heal the sick, you have a knowledge of about herbs. Okay, if you have a knowledge about herb and you're able to heal the sick, it's a knowledge that you have. It has nothing to do with spirituality.
You're able to charm money.
Charm money.
Yes.
They charm money. And then you find the aspect. The one who is charming money takes money from you, then gives you fake money. You see?
Do you think the one who is charming, fake?
The one who is
so you don't believe anything supernatural?
No. All those things are concept party. They are magic
tricks.
There's
a video. I think it's even on my channel. A snippet of it, where some people, our Akonfo, they were, levitating. They were in the sky. Dancing in the sky.
In the video.
Yeah.
In the video, right?
Yes.
Thank you. These are all tricks. You call the person to come and stand in front of you and dance in the sky. The person who, whatever he is, this is what we believed in. Seeing is believing. Human beings are full of tricks. It's a trick. You see, this is how it goes. There's this thing I keep saying. It's part of my philosophy. I say nature does not forgive. Nature does not forgive. I don't believe in judgment, but I believe in consequences. If this is electric, you hold it to shock you. Hold it to shock you. It do not say you hold and forgiving you. No. Nature does not forgive. We receive the consequences of our actions. So once you are doing bad, that's why we believe that we atheists have a positive mindset towards your fellow human being. Because I don't believe in judgment, I believe in the consequences of our actions. I am careful in the things that I do. Because I don't pray, I don't consult any spirit. So why am I still alive? People who even pray, who went to 31st night, they roll over, some of them are gone. Which I am not better than them. Don't tell me sometimes God is scared. No, don't say that.
Sometimes I have a feeling what you people, you atheists, what you say is like you are trying very hard to deny simple truth.
No.
Like the examples I'm giving you.
These examples.
These supernatural things that happen. Yeah. So you are saying none of it exists.
None of them
They are
exist.
All fake.
None of them exist. And
so what if you witness one for yourself?
Do you know what?
Would you still say it's fake?
See,
after
this is how science works.
Interrogating it.
Yes. This is how science works. It's about questioning, observation, experimentation. You see, and many at times, when our people are not able to define the things, and some of the things we inherited from our predecessors. So the way your grandfather present it to you, that's how you are going to accept it and pass it on to the next generation. And we came to meet this concept already established and being passed over to us. And it does not come with explanation. But science is about observation, questioning, experimentation, to explain the things. By the time you explain the thing, you realize that this thing has nothing spiritual about it. But because the person couldn't explain it or has no knowledge of how, but for instance, somebody who says, okay, I combined these two herbs and I got this result. Why this particular herbs but not cassava leaves and contumely? But you took that particular herbs to do what you did. But if you take contumely and cassava leaf, you won't achieve that. That means that the herbs that you are using has some medicinal purposes to achieve that what do you call it, result. Have you taken that herbs to the laboratory to do the scientific analysis to see the things that it contains? Forgetting that, let's not forget, I said the universe is a force on its own. Every fragment carries a force. Human beings will carry force. Leaves, plant, animals, everything, air, sun, they are all forces.
Are you talking about spirits?
No. Force, energy.
Energy.
The force that I feel. I speak, you hear. The weight that it carries. We
So
put
you don't
ourselves,
believe
we build.
there's any spirit?
No. All these spirit things, it is, how would I say it? Assumptions. And most of the things that people talk about is mental disorder. You know, people don't understand how the brain works and how the mind functions. They have no idea. And so they associate dreams and all those things to spirituality and all that. But dreams are the reflections of our minds.
Yeah, so I was going to dreams.
Yeah. Since I said,
have you ever dreamt and it happened?
I'm a dreamer, and I dream it happens.
So what do you say about that?
If
there is no spirit involved,
there's no spirit involved. There
you don't believe you have a spirit?
No, I don't believe I have a spirit. What? From spirit from where? What kind of spirit do I have?
Let me ask.
Do you have a spirit?
Again. So let me ask the question again.
Ask a question, my brother.
If you dream,
that
let's say something happened. If you dream that something has happened, and 2 days down the line, it actually happens, the exact way you dreamt about it, how do you explain that?
It is the energy that we build around. For instance, I know you. You know me. Everything of yours is already in my subconscious mind. Our movement and everything. Your vision, your mission, whatever we are, whatever we are going, whatever we want to achieve is always in our subconscious mind already. Once you think about it, it's registered. Once they told you, it is registered. And so our visions and everything surrounds that. So it is possible that tomorrow I say I'm going to Kumasi. It's already in my subconscious mind. Even before I make the decision that I'm going to Kumasi, it's registered there. So I can think that I had an accident, because definitely Kumasi we go by road, we go by lorry. It's either I'm going by lorry or by flight. But if your expenses is limited to VIP, the dream that you have is about VIP. You don't go and see yourself in an aeroplane crashing. You see yourself in a VIP crashing, because definitely your subconscious mind is VIP you are going with, and VIP you have been going with. So it's the energy. The life that we are living, we have already built energies around us. Whatever we invent, they are all part of the energy. So definitely you not see yourself having an accident with mobile phone, because you don't travel with mobile phone. You have an accident with a car because you travel with a car. It's registered in the subconscious mind, and the dreams play back. So our dreams are the reflection of our mind. The things that are registered in our subconscious mind, we dream about it.
So you are talking about things that have already happened in the past,
or that happening, not even
or happening
in
your
either in my life
out of the
or
future.
in your life. The future,
I'm talking
which is
about
tomorrow,
the future.
is already is part of us. One, we all know that once you are born, you will die. You are not the only first person. You saw your grandmother living life, 30s, 40s, 50s, 70s, he died. The same process you are going through. He eats, he goes morning, evening. At the same it's the same process, repeating itself. So we are living the day. You are living the entire universe at a go. So you know that by this time to this time is the puberty period. By this time to this time is adulthood, and the whole thing is attached to your DNA. Is there. So it's a whole thing, it's a programming system. And once you are living in a certain environment, that environment comes with its culture. All those things are part in your subconscious mind. And the story that comes attached, they have all been programmed there already. Sometimes you even forget about them, but once it's there, you sleep and your mind will bring it back.
Maybe I'm not giving you a very good example, a very good question.
Oh, you are giving a very good question. What?
I dream, I sleep today, and I dream that somebody came to my house wearing yellow and red, carrying a staff, saying these particular words to me, and giving me maybe it's you. Maybe you are going to dash me 1,000 cedis and giving me 1,000 cedis.
Yeah.
And then 1 week down the line, the exact same thing happens without my involvement, like without me making it happen. Somebody actually comes to my house. Somebody I've not called, I've not interacted with, comes to my house and wearing the same dress
that you saw in
gives me the money.
Yeah.
How do you explain that?
That's what I say, that these are all energies that we build. One, the person that came to you is not an alien, he's a human being.
No.
I'm breaking it down.
The fact that
I am breaking it
it's
down.
not something I can possibly know naturally.
Everybody, as you wake up every day, everybody's expecting something. Nobody knows what. But as you wake up every blessed day in your life, you are expecting something. You might not know the exact thing that will come. But everybody that wakes up each and every day is expecting something, good or bad. But most cases can come. So from childhood to the adulthood, it's a life of expectance, always expecting something. All these things are in the subconscious mind. So it is possible that there's nothing spiritual about it, that you dreamt and you saw me and the following day I come to. There's nothing spiritual about it. But it's the energy that we build among us humans. We have already established these energies already amongst us. We visit ourselves, we dash ourselves things, we encourage ourselves. So you can be in a trouble and you dreamt and you see somebody close to you encouraging you, and then the following day the person comes to encourage you. Even the expectancy of encouragement is already in your subconscious mind. The expectancy of encouragement is already in your subconscious mind that we have no idea of. You see, and that subconscious mind thing, we've not been taught, so we have no idea about it. Or things that are recorded there. We have sometimes stories that you are being told when you are 1 year is there, but you have forgotten about it. You have completely forgotten about it, and it's something people don't pay attention to. And one day, you're in your dreams, it hits you.
You meet someone, and the person tells you exactly what is happening in your family house. The person doesn't know you from Adam. He mentions your name. He even mentions a dream you had last night.
It has nothing to do with spirituality. Let the person explain his gift or his skill. Let the person explain to you. If he cannot explain, it has nothing to do with spirituality. In the absence of humanity,
so there is no spirit.
There's no spirit. There's no spirit.
Even when all these things happen.
Oh no, there's no spirit. There's no spirit.
My brother.
The things that mobile phone is doing, is it more? Those things that are happening, is it more powerful than the thing mobile phone is doing?
Tell me a dream I had last night.
A mobile phone, the things that mobile phone is doing is more than that dream. Take this mobile phone.
I think you're in self-denial.
No,
how do they put it?
You see,
self-denial.
No, this is not self-denial, my brother. You see, let me tell you something. You see, from where we come from, every interview I say this. From where we come from, we came to meet. You see, we came to meet two knowledge: religious knowledge and scientific knowledge. But where we came from, we've been fed with so much religious knowledge and scientific knowledge.
And superstition.
So we tend to interpret life from that angle. Everything that happens to us, we look at that angle. But when you go scientifically, you can explain things better. And whatever the person does,
science is not able to explain.
Oh, no. Science will tell you. You see, the person, that's why I say that I don't believe in they say.
Like somebody dying. The person actually died.
No. Nobody can wake a dead person. I mean, if there is God.
No, I'm not saying the person. Somebody woke the person.
Okay. The person died. What happened?
The person was declared dead. Medically dead. And then was placed in the fridge. And then in the middle of the night, after being frozen, there was a lot of shaking in the fridge. So they had to go and have a look.
He didn't die. He went to coma. He didn't die. He went to coma.
And the person was saying a lot of things.
Oh, he lied. Whatever he says, he lies. It's a psychological problem.
Okay.
It's a mental disorder. Whatever the person says, he's telling
I think you're in self-denial.
No.
If you don't want to believe in God, I have no issue. In fact, I don't have any issue with your ideas. Yeah. Everybody is entitled to their opinion.
Exactly.
Yes. But I have a feeling that even certain things you may want to accept that they are spiritual.
No.
Just for the fact that you've labeled yourself as an atheist. You don't want to accept it.
No. The reason being that I was coming from that angle. I was religious all my life.
And you don't have to you don't have to agree with every religion or Christianity that God is like a human being with a long beard and all that. Some believe God is a force an entity that cannot be described in human terms, and all that, and that is not directly involved in our affairs, like the way people think that every day God wakes you up, make the rain, and all that. But as for yours, you've taken it very far. You are saying none of it exists.
None of it
Spirit
exists.
doesn't exist.
All exists is
your soul
the
doesn't
universe.
even, or your
All
soul
that
exists.
Soul.
Yes.
No, there's nothing like soul.
So when you die, what happens?
You die. You die. When you die, it means like the gadgets we are using now is connected with power. Okay. When those ones that have eternal storage power, it can work to a certain extent. When the power goes off, what happens? The thing goes off, right? As human beings, we are depending on oxygen. That is our source of power. When you are cut of it, you are dead. It doesn't mean a soul or spirit is gone out of you. That is why when you hold your nose,
nothing goes anywhere.
Come again.
Nothing goes anywhere.
Nothing goes anywhere. No, nothing goes anywhere.
What of those things who are able to consult the dead? Speak with the dead.
These are all tricks. Don't mind them. These are all tricks. In the absence of humanity, everything is meaningless. If these things are there, they work. Charlie, the things that happens to us.
Because I know someone who went to speak. Can I talk about it more?
Yeah.
You have the floor. If you permit me, I will describe the circumstances.
Yeah,
and then you give.
I would have
give your
permit you, but the
of
reason
it.
why normally sometimes I want to meet the people. You see, when the people tell the story, I let the person who was involved come and meet me. Bring the person to the studio. Let me ask the person critical questions. When we meet such people, we have questions that we ask. We call them critical questions. And you'll be surprised that, oh, okay, Ganama is saying, we are not afraid. We have made ourselves available. When they are there, they should come. They should call us. Let's engage in debate. Those superstitious people, those spiritualists who said, we are also there. They are seeing us on. Why? They should come. Let's talk. It's difficult to have a conversation with an open-minded person because we don't value superstitions and all this. We are talking about logic, reasoning. Reason. We engage with reasoning, the use of the mind. That tops all, because at the end of the day, that's what carries us. The greatest tool in our possession is the mind. So you can't come and tell me stories, superstition, quite nice story, then want me to believe. No. Let's put it into practical. Let's reason around it and see the sense in it. Once there's no sense in it, it doesn't put food on the table, but just to scare people. Put it aside. Let's reason.
Ganaman, don't you think spirits or even the forces that we call electricity, force of gravity, kinetic energy, don't you think they might be what we call spirit? They might be aspects of what we call spirit.
These are the things
that have been discovered and measured by human science. So there might still be aspects of these forces that are even intelligent that we haven't been able to decode, to understand. So we call spirit. Don't you think there is that possibility? Because when I talked about dreams and you seeing the future and all that, you mentioned energy. What if there is an aspect of this that is intelligent that we still don't know yet?
Until we get there, when we get there, we'll see that if there is. But until then, there's nothing like that anywhere. And don't forget, I said in the beginning that the universe as we see is a force on its own with different fragments. And I've explained that.
So what if that is the force we call God?
So why should a God call God? If that is it, then you yourself calling that God, there's no sense in it.
You are just a fragment of
the universe.
Of the bigger one.
Which one is the bigger one? Which one is the bigger one? Which one?
Of a bigger entity.
Where is that bigger entity? Where? I told that the fragment.
Like maybe you are a fragment of it.
It's an interdependent, and that thing is also a fragment of me, or in the other planet to the other planet. So it's an interdependent.
Okay.
We are interdependent beings living in an interdependent universe. None of the fragment is superior. Yet didn't die at home, so why go and refer to somebody as God? Why that thing cannot even survive without you? For instance, let's take the God concept. When you ask people, they say, okay, God blesses through human being. Is that also? So that means human beings are important, which means that without human beings, God cannot be blessed. So what makes God, even the God is, what makes God superior than human being? If human beings must carry his message, then what makes that God superior than the human being? That is the problem about the concept of God. Let's understand that the universe as we see, seen and unseen, everything, when I say unseen, it doesn't mean spiritual. Unseen means the things that are that our physical eyes cannot see. And the fact that the physical eyes cannot see does not mean it does not exist. For instance, I cannot see Kumasi from here, but Kumasi is there. And if I want to see Kumasi, I will see Kumasi. You get it? So Kumasi is unseen as we sit here. But I can travel to Kumasi and go and see Kumasi. So what does science do? Science has made provision. There are a lot of things that we cannot see. These are the reasons. Is that it's too far, too small.
We cannot see or explain. That is why we call it spirits.
Okay. In the primitive era, in the absence of science, they gave it spirit. But when science came into the picture, science began to explain the reason why. So those ones that are far, science came up with a telescope. But you see it, so it's no more spirit. Those that are too little, science came with a microscope. But you see, it's no more spirit. Those that are hidden, science came out with a lot of cameras. Now people fix cameras in their homes. And they wake up the following day and say, so that my neighbor is the one pouring that powder in my house. And I've been thinking it's devil. People fix cameras in their house. Now they see things. They see their housemate tormenting, fingering their child. Where they've always been taking the child to hospital, the devil. No, it's the housemate who is fingering the girl, the child. Who is pouring something in their food. They always say, common camera has revealed those things that we affiliate as spirit. Gone were the days when the village, common malaria, they'll take you to the shrine, they'll cut you, they'll conjure. Now malaria, you go to drugstore, you go and buy the 3 days, you are okay, you are gone. Gone were the days malaria was a spirit. Advancement, see, we are involving mentally. So in the absence of science, we affiliate all those things to spirit. But when science came, yesterday I was teaching in one of my WhatsApp platforms and I was asking, even those religious people who have gone to study science, let me challenge them. They could be pastors. Have they ever answered in the science class when they asked them to talk about the universe, if they quoted Genesis chapter 1 verse 1, in the beginning God created heaven and earth, or they agree to science, and then when they come out from science and they go to the religious setup, they start talking about Genesis creation. Every religious person that studies science will not go to science class and go and talk about Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. It is foolish in science. You say what science teaches you, and then when you come back, you come and deceive the masses who are blind, who does not know. But when you went to study science, there's no branch of science that talks about God. There's no branch of science that talks about God. And pastors are studying science. When they go, what do they teach them? You won't go to a science class as a pastor and you go and meet, they say, talk about the universe, say Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. They'll give you 0.
So how do we teach morality?
Morality, out of good sense. Good sense of reasoning. Morality is not from religion, it's from good sense of reasoning. That makes us human beings. Our sense of reasoning.
My reasoning can tell me that if I'm able to outwit you and defraud you, manipulate you,
that's it.
And defraud you, I can make some money.
Yeah. So that's a bad sense of reasoning. That's why I say good sense of reasoning.
Who determines what is bad and what is good?
We, because what you did, when I do the same thing to you, you react badly. The same
way, if you say we, let's say our community, then our community can also decide to go and kill some other some people in some other community.
So that's a bad sense of reasoning. So that's why I say we have good sense of reasoning and a bad sense of reasoning.
So don't you think there's a neutral force making decisions on what is good and what is bad
there's no
for us to follow?
There's no. It's our sense of reasoning. Our sense of reasoning is below belt. When the sense of reasoning has matured to the state of humanity, you don't think evil about your brother. Because if your sense of reasoning tells you that defraud me to be rich, if the table turn and I do similar to you, you feel it. Why do you feel it? You feel it because we are moving from that state. You see, even though we call ourselves human beings, there are a lot of people who looks like human, but they are animals. Because their IQ is still below belt. And to be called human being is about intelligence. It's about high level of intelligence. And so we are still getting there gradually. Even though we call ourselves human beings, we haven't gotten to the state of humanity. Note. The state of humanity is perfection. Where you have 0 negative thought about your brother. All you seek is the welfare of your fellow human being. For me, I keep saying, had it not been that I married early, started making certain property for this thing, this is my campaign I'm doing, maybe I would not have been married. Because when I got my mind evolved, I get to realize, I don't know, the things we're fighting for, the material things, were meaningless. We should have been fighting for humanity. We should have been fighting for ourselves and for posterity. That's the most important thing. Not to be the most richest in my community. Not to be the most mightiest in my community. No. Because no matter how smart I am not better than the person that I think is not smart. No matter how rich I am not better than the other person. Because without them, I am nothing. But this knowledge is missing in our education system. You see, so the education system itself has a role to play.
That is what I wanted to talk to you about. We will come to that, but please continue with the points, the steps we need to
so
take.
I mentioned about two important things.
Knowledge,
and then the knowledge, and then the change of mindset. The change of mindset to reason outside the box and know that, look, knowledge is out there. They've made a lot of people believe that, you see, it's like, let me mention these drinks: Fanta, Coke, beer, Guinness. Put them together. Guinness in a Guinness bottle thinks that is the only drink in the whole world. Fanta in a Fanta bottle thinks that is the only drink in the whole world. Until they open it and you come and say, hey, no, Guinness is also there. This is how they have made the entire world. This is how they have made the entire world. This is how they have made the entire world. People believe that there is no knowledge anywhere apart from the one that they have been programmed with.
Okay.
People need to understand that, look, knowledge is huge. Knowledge is out there. And when we seek, we will find. I am beginning to have a dry throat, so viewers, let Ghana sip some water, and then Ghana will continue. It's also part of it, right?
Very important.
Water, they say, is life.
Yes.
But too much of everything is bad.
It's bad.
So it's all about moderation.
Yes.
So, people need to understand that, look, knowledge is out there. Whatever we've been programmed with, that is what we know. But there are others who also have other things. Let's listen to ourselves. Let's judge. You see, when we talk about, and then my next point will be unity. The need to embrace unity. People don't understand unity. When we see unity, togetherness, unity is not about everybody becoming like Ghana man. That's not unity. Unity is not like, unity is accepting our differences. This is how I am. That is who you are. That is who she is. We are different, but we have a common goal. That common goal is what? Every day we need to eat. Every day, whether you have money or not, you must eat.
Yeah.
You must sleep in a comfortable apartment. You must travel on a good road. You must visit the clinic when you are sick. These are the collective needs. That has nothing to do with my philosophy or ideology, being religious or political. We have a common goal. So unity is coming together with our differences to achieve a common goal.
Okay.
So once we embrace these things, my brother, everything will be smooth. So to take humanity or to embrace humanity, the only step that is needed is knowledge, the knowledge of humanity. And this is the knowledge that people don't have. And that is the center of my message. Going out there to let people understand what it means to be called human, to understand the humanity message. Once people understand this message, I said we can change things by the twinkle of an eye. As we sit now, the gap between us and others is huge. It's as if we can never bridge it, but all we need is a change of mindset.
Us and who?
Between us and the Europeans, the Western world. People want to call them the white, because I don't want to use those white and black, so I call them between us and them, the Europeans. It seems to be very wide between them and Africa.
They are more humane. They are more.
Oh no! They also have issues pertaining humanity. They are also not there. Okay. The only thing they got right is they discovered the mind, the power of the mind, and they prioritize scientific knowledge over religious knowledge. Once upon a time, they were also religious, highly religious. They built the biggest auditorium that now they are turning to cinemas and other things. I thought they brought the thing. But when they involve mentally and they realize that, hey, Charlie, God will not do for us what we need to do for ourselves, they begin to reason and put systems in place.
Okay, so the next point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean the steps.
No, I'm done with it.
Okay.
I'm done with it. And I'm saying it is centered on the knowledge of humanity.
Okay.
And change of mindset. That's all. Once this two is being done with, the rest will follow. Yeah.
What do you tell the kids? Because
Kids,
as for
one,
kids, you need to break it down a little bit more, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
One, to introduce the word patriotism to them. The word patriotism to them. To pronounce it and explain it to them. And then tell them story about the ant hill, because I'm promoting, that's what we see here. If time permits me, I will talk about all the symbols that you see here. The message that I carry is that's what I'm holding on this, so I don't go anywhere without this stuff.
Okay.
I tell the children the story of the termite, that as little as the termite is, and most of them have also seen termites before, or probably chance on the hills before. If they have not, I'll pick a stone, a little one, and show to them this is how little they are. They put themselves together and they build magnificent hills. So children, it's better to say we than I. So say it after me, we. It's a we. Beautiful. There's strength in we. So teaching the children positive words like we than the word I. Because it takes we, unity, teamwork, and determination. So I explain these things to children, and I help them understand the subject matter of humanity. And also tell them that they shouldn't fight among themselves on tribal issue. When your brother is an Ewe or Gan, or it doesn't spoil anything, that's the beauty of it. Embrace yourself. Put yourself together. And I also tell them, have a beautiful dream about this country, Ghana. The country is in your hands. You are going to make it better. Be proud of yourself. Put yourself together like a termite, and be confident and be bold, and you can build a nation. Then together we sing, arise, Ghana youth, for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold her and make her great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building a motherland. Once these children understand this concept, once they understand this concept, the future is great. So I built a site in Kaswa where I lived. I called it the first anthill site. And I built the biggest black star. Yes. And this is how it is. Yeah. That's the anthill. And I built a black star around it. Yeah. Sadly, human beings have gone to pour what they call DDT in the hill. So they've killed the...
Intentionally?
Yeah, intentionally. These are the people we live with. Intentionally. But the star is still there. You see, I gather children there on Sundays and I teach them this. Beautiful. And I did this from my own, money. Money that I was supposed to use also to take care of my children. This is what I used to build for children. And somebody came and poured that thing in. But I've not given up on the side.